the pinnacle, perfection holds people back. They just won't do it.
Right. Right. Absolutely. So this was a hard thing for me, but because of imposter syndrome, right? And
Mm,
a lot of people will experience that. And what imposter syndrome is telling you is that, like, who are you to share a specific message? But at the same time, there's this aspect of modeling that you need to understand. Like, the same way that you and I learned to walk, and seeing my 10-day old daughter learn to like cry, and like, I didn't know you had to develop tear ducts to cry, and she's learning that. So what we like forget is this natural process of modeling is what you're meant to do. And because of imposter syndrome, you think, okay, I'm not as good as them, so I shouldn't try. And it's like,
that's right.
well, when you learn to walk, you didn't think that about your mom and dad. You just tried and you fell, and it happened over a course of a few weeks or maybe a month. And then eventually you learn to walk. And at first you couldn't run, but eventually you could run. And so how I view this is, understand that, like, what you want to do is take the model and give it a go and give it your best shot. And
Mm,
once you give it a go 2, 3 times and it's your very best and you're comparing it, right? Don't copy, but take the principles and take the frameworks and take the ideas, make it your own, spin it on your own, and then say, like, how does this compare? Is it good? And then even check it against who you want to help. Maybe like find 5, 10 people that fit within your dream client niche and say, hey, is it okay if I get share like valuable content with you guys on a weekly basis just to get your input?
nice.
And I genuinely want to know what you guys think. Like, that's just an easy hack for you to not just, create content and compare it, but also have it like the market knows best, and allow them to tell you, is this good, or what do you guys think I could improve on? And that's what I would do if I was starting out. And that's still what I do today. I track likes, I track engagement, I know my KPIs. And because of that, it's easy to say, hey, like, this type of content performs better than this, and I should keep
Yes.
doing it.
Good. How much content should somebody produce over the course of a week and put out? Obviously, it's going to be different depending on the business.
Right, right. So the avatar, the client avatar, is going to determine everything, right? So for instance, like, if I'm trying to help busy, successful 7-figure business owners, I wouldn't be going on TikTok and creating a TikTok every day, because they're probably too busy for that. It's more of
Mhm.
like a younger platform. And so for me, like, you got to understand your client avatar, but I would say just like create and start with a bare minimum. So for me, like Facebook and Instagram, I can do one piece of content and share it on both of them at the
Right.
same time.
Hmm.
And my goal is to do that like a minimum of 3 days a week. And if
Yeah.
I do that 3 days a week, what I found is, like, I committed to that about 3 months ago. I post 3 times a week.
Hmm.
And I actually sometimes will, because of that small action, I feel motivated and I'll create a post for the next day. And then I do 4 or 5 posts. So
Right.
now it's allowing me, because I'm just focusing on 1% better. Once I get that momentum, it's like, why not be 10% better? Because that 1% was so easy. Let's just push it a little bit further, make a couple more posts.
Hmm.
So I'd say Facebook, Instagram 3 times a week, YouTube at least once a week, and podcasts at least once a week. And I
Okay.
think from that, that's like a good like base to start with.
Okay. Talk to me about Instagram stories, reels, and posts.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So with Instagram stories, reels, and posts, like, it really depends on, once again, your client avatar and who you're looking to serve. So what I've noticed is, like, that's everything. So for us, like, a lot of the companies that I've worked with, we're working with kind of an older crowd and an older target market for a lot of the sales and the training and even the fitness sales that I've done. So because of that, we don't uh, put out a ton of content, because they're not like on Facebook every single day,
Got it.
just scrolling endlessly. So instead, what we're really focused on is like high quality content, with stories. Like, we're just trying to show our life on a daily basis, like the routines that we're doing, client wins, and that's just a daily thing. And,
Hmm.
and then with content, like the actual posts, 3 times a week, Out of those three, I like to try and do one reel just because it performs a lot better compared to the traditional posts. And the great thing about that too is you can just take that same reel and put it on Facebook. You can take that same reel and also put it on TikTok. So it allows you to like create one piece of content, splice it up like we kind of talked about, and then disperse it out onto different platforms so that you're bringing in clients for free. With that being said, though, I do want to encourage people to spend money, like invest into ad spend. Like even if you're building your brand and it's $10 a day to like, get more people and to get in front of more people, like it is worth that, because you never know, hey, maybe you get one more follower that's going to be a 10K client in a year from now. Is it worth you spending $10 today for 10K in a year from now? Absolutely. But don't start that until you have a system. So like whatever you're doing, make sure that you're capturing leads. You have a way to reach back out to them, capture their information, and keep providing value, or else you're just wasting money on the front end. So my advice is like, if you really want to get ahead in social media, organic's great, but if you just want to like hack the system, just pay the big guy, like pay him, and it's going to go even faster that way.
Okay, very good. How do you build a list, a contact list?
Yeah, great question.
Because people struggle with that.
Yeah, it's definitely number one. Like your list is one of the most valuable things that you can start working on and building. And I think what leads to that list is building a brand. Like people who know and follow and understand what Jaden's all about. And like for me, I know what like my mission statement in life is. Like my purpose is to unlock my ultimate potential in this life and help as many good men and women do the same. That's everything. So everything in my life is focused on that. Because of that brand, anyone that resonates with that message, they're going to attract to me because I'm so clear on what my message is.
Love it.
Then you start to use systems to capture and build a list. So an easy way to build a list, you can even use some of those free trial platforms to build out a website. You just create a simple opt-in. In your content, you say, if you want to learn more, if you want to be included in my newsletter, whatever your offer is, tell them to click the link. The link will capture their name and their email, and you start to segment it and say, hey, these are the people that are interested in what I have to say about sales. And so like anytime that I have an offer about sales, I'm going to make sure I get it in front of these people. These people are interested in what I have to say about marketing. Anytime I have something valuable about marketing, I'm going to get it in front of these people. And you can segment your lists and also just have like a big brand list as well. These are the friends, the family, the acquaintances, people that you meet at events. They're just going to become a part of that list and pay attention to what you do. And eventually, that's going to lead to business partnerships. That's going to lead to affiliate partnerships. That's going to lead to just more opportunities and more abundance.